Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. Let's change that. Hey friends, Romans or countrymen? It's gonna have to be Romans because as an American in Trier, I didn't see many of my countrymen. Let me introduce you to Trier. It's awesome. Last September, out this door, took a driving tour of Germany. We started in Frankfurt, and one of our first stops was Trier. It's about 2.5 to 3 hours southwest of Frankfurt. We found out that Trier might be one of the oldest cities in Germany, and for good reason. It lies along the fertile Moselle River Valley, known for its wines and its nice climate. It was founded by the Celts in 400 BC, conquered by the Romans about 300 years later, and there's several Roman sites that are still visible in the old city of Trier today. So in this short video, I'm going to show you some of those sites that you can see if you just have one day in Trier. And then if you have more time, I have a hotel recommendation and some other sites you can see nearby. You know, whether you're traveling from Germany, Western Europe, or America like me, we saw some Canadian friends out there too. Everybody's welcome. Stick with me. Driving into Trier, it's hard to miss this site, the Kaiser Thermen, the Imperial Baths. This ancient Roman spa is an ongoing archaeological dig. The visitor center charges a nominal fee to enter for a self-guided tour and hosts a small exhibit and video about the site. The viewing tower allows you to see the vastness of this complex. The ground floor has interpretive signage about Roman building methods, while the underground is a maze of hallways that seem to stretch on forever. It's really fun to explore. I highly recommend bringing a flashlight between the dark and light shadows. From the Kaiser Thermen, continue north along Weberbach Street, and we're going to head into the old city center, the Altstadt. Directly north of the Kaiser Thermen is the Palace Garden. It has the French style of 1700s, but it was restored in the 1930s. It's really well-manicured gardens, beautiful place to picnic. It has the city walls around it. There's cafes, there's restaurants, there's fountains, there's statues. Bring your camera. The palace is attached to a much older building, another Roman site, called the Constantine Basilica, the imperial throne room, built about 310 AD, still really impressive today. And it is just one of the many UNESCO heritage sites. There seems to be one after another on this section in Trier. The next place we're going to come to is the St. Peter's Cathedral, or simply the Trier Cathedral. It's called the Dom. Every German city has its Dom Cathedral. The big claim to fame here with this Dom is it houses the tunic that Jesus wore after the crucifixion. This cathedral was built using the bricks from a Roman ruin that was on the site since the 4th century. Inside the Dom is a lit up well in which you can see a teaser of the history that lies beneath the cathedral. It's pretty interesting. Trier is really a reminder of the amazing remains of Roman architecture. Considering the past 2,000 years, these temples have been built and destroyed, in this case of the Dom, by the same emperor as he converted to Christianity. But they were rebuilt using the same stones as something else, and then destroyed and rebuilt over the last 2,000 years. The Dom is in the old city center. This is the best place to people watch and eat. There's tons of different cafes and restaurants there. Have a couple Pilsners because the next stage of this walking tour, we're going to need those carbs. The Porta Nigra, which is right across the city square from the Dom, is one of the 4 original Roman gates welcoming people into the city or keeping them out as necessary. Again, for a small fee, you can do a self-guided tour. There's 4 levels. Make sure to get up to the top level. There's interpretive signage that compares the Trier of long ago, the Trier of Roman times, with the Trier of today. And then you can also see the old city walls from there. From here, we're going to go west on North Alley, which is a nice, beautiful tree-lined street, for about a 20-minute walk, and then turn south along the Moselle River. There's a tree-lined park, and we'll get to the Roman Bridge. This now supports the weight of modern traffic, but the dark gray stones that the Romans lodged here are still part of this structure. If we turn back east again through the city on Kaiserstrasse, we come upon the Barbara Thermen, which is another Roman ruin being excavated currently. It's free to enter. Excellent interpretive signage here is talking about the different buildings that have used this site and the bricks. Continue along the Sud Alley.
along this pedestrian path under the train tracks to the Trier Amphitheater, which is another 20-minute walk that completes this loop. Again, for a small fee, get a self-guided tour. The arena floor lets you experience the action if you want to try, like, Lambo Leap. From here, you can walk up the stands to get to the nosebleed section for an entire view of the complex. If you take the stairs under the arena to see the stage engineering, this is how they brought animals and victims or contestants up to the arena. But it was also interesting how they dealt with the sewer and water issues that our stadiums have to deal with today. Well, after all that walking, you're probably ready for a dinner recommendation. I'd recommend the Friedrich Wilhelm Weingut, which is one of the wineries in the Old City. The restaurant has a large terrace. The food was exquisite. For a fee, we tried a series of 3 wines, each from their own winery and from some others along the Moselle. If you can stay overnight, I highly recommend the Hotel Villa Hugel, a gorgeous luxury hotel that was actually cheaper than a highway side hotel that we stayed at a month before in Wisconsin, so it may not be out of your budget. The rooms were spacious and comfortable. Our balcony had this gorgeous view of the old city of Trier. The views from the bar terrace and the outdoor forever pool were just to die for. The restaurant for dinner and buffet breakfast were superb. The hotel amenities are wonderful as well. I know I'm gushing over this hotel. It's worth it. There were sauna rooms, and then there was also this indoor pool and the atrium, which I had all to myself for a while because everybody else was at the forever pool outdoors. Awesome. We arrived from Trier from the northeast, from Frankfurt, which the route takes you along the Moselle River Valley. Here's some pictures of the wineries and the vineyards. It's absolutely stunning up there. From Trier, you're moving west toward Luxembourg. The river you'll be on is the Sauer River. We saw someone fly fishing, which is a hobby that we've taken up here in the United States, so that was pretty cool to see. We went into Luxembourg, got to the city of Echternach, and we were able to have lunch there, a nice little Flammkuchen, and we were then able to walk around the grounds of the Peter and Paul Church, which was absolutely stunning. 15 minutes further west is the Beaufort Castles, a medieval castle, and behind that a Renaissance castle. It's one of two of Luxembourg's 100+ castles. I don't know where they stash all these castles in a country only half the size of Rhode Island. Pretty amazing. It was a really fun visit there as well. So whether you're wanting to pretend that you're Roman royalty or from medieval times or something a bit more modern, the Trier area of Germany is a great place to start your adventure. Give us a like and subscribe. We've got more videos about Germany and other awesome places as well. So again, we are out this door and we are wishing you not the trip of a lifetime. We're wishing you a lifetime of trips.